Hi, I'm Lynn Davis. Welcome to Family and Community Media. Today, we'll be discussing Colin Kaepernick, the flag, and the NFL. We're going to have a few thoughts and opinions about what it means to the members of Family and Community Media.
Hello, everybody. I'm Elliot Allen with Family Community Media. We're here to talk a little bit about the Colin Kaepernick situation. So we were asked to go around the room and give our opinions. I'm going to start first. I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach to the situation. Everybody's going to have their own opinions on, whether we should be kneeling, whether we should not be kneeling. I'm going to take a little bit different approach to it, and what concerns me about this whole thing is what we're seeing is obviously divisions between different groups of people, but the most concerning part is the lack of understanding or wanting to understand both sides. We've had situations where you have a young man who's kneeling and he's telling you the cause, he's telling you the source of his pain. However, you have a different side of the equation that's not willing to listen. And I think that's really the biggest problem that we're seeing that's being manifested from this particular situation is the unwillingness to listen to the other side, regardless of what you feel. We just want to open up the dialogue. That's why I do like these conversations. And I'm gonna be brief, and I'm gonna give you guys one quick example of something that I remember. And I'm gonna use Mike Tyson, who's another athlete. Mike Tyson, during the prime of his career, was doing a press conference, and everybody always, when you say Mike Tyson, this guy doesn't have a brain, he's dumb, whatever the case may be. But he was doing an interview, and he told the reporter, this is going to be vile the way it comes out. It's not nice, but if you really listen to what he says and really give it some thought, you're going to see how powerful what he said meant. And he told the reporter, he said, "Listen, I wish your children were here so I can kick them in their testicles, so I can kick them in their head." So when you hear that, immediately like, this guy's crazy. But the reason why he said that, if you really think about it, because he said, I'm saying it because I want you to feel the pain that I feel every day when you guys are reporting these things on me that are false. Because sometimes we lose the sensitivity. You're saying all kind of things about him and you lose the sensitivity of it. So him saying that was his way of trying to get you to understand, what am I saying? So I see it that way with the Colin Kaepernick situation. This young man is kneeling down because it's like, no one is listening to what I'm saying. So this is what I think comes to the forefront. And sometimes when you have those extreme examples, it goes a little astray. It's like, what are you doing? You're kneeling down? Just like what Mike Tyson said. They're like, what do you mean you want to kick my children in their testicles? So that's really my take on it, is that we have to try to use this experience to open up everybody's eyes on whatever direction as to what each other is saying. When we can do that, instead of just closing our minds and not, we have situations where guys is telling you straight up, this is how I feel about police brutality or whatever it is, and somebody is looking at you and telling you like, that's not true, that's offensive, and it gets out of hand. So that's my take on it.
The flag means to me about proud, justice, and honor.
Hi, this is Katrina. I'm coming to you from Family and Community Media. My whole situation with this is, at first I did not understand, because I'm a die-hard American. I salute the flag. I grew up as being a proud American. America runs through my body. All of my ancestors served in the Army, and they're proud Americans also. So not saluting the flag to me was not the way a proud American should behave. As I decided to go deeper into the aspect of it, I found out that the reason for the kneeling was because of police brutality, for the Trayvon Martin, for Black Lives Matter. And how could we be the land of the free and the brave if we are not truly created equal, or we are created equal, but we're not accepted as equal? So therefore, I can understand. I will not salute American flag if you keep on brutalizing our brothers and not being held responsible for it. So if you're not being held responsible for killing the brothers and no one is actually having to be accountable, no one's going to jail, everything is whitewashed, then I can sort of go along with that. Yes, it's a statement, and you have to stand up sometimes in order to sit down and get your point across. That's my take on it.
To me, the flag means peace. Hi, my name is Anthony Davis, and I am one of the members of Family and Community Media, and we're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick and the whole situation. Personally, I think we have to look at it from a different perspective. The flag is supposed to represent all of us. However, why is it that we are always at the short end of the stick? Why are we not considered citizens? Why are we not equal? Why do they keep trying to make the issue, oh, you're disrespecting the flag and you're disrespecting America? No, we're not. We're standing on the fundamental principles of what America was supposed to be about. And that's the freedom of choice, the freedom to give your perspective, the freedom to be able to be treated equal, and that's an inalienable right. But we've been fighting for years and years to be treated equal. And it's funny to me because when we talk about the situation, it seems like a certain part of America don't want to have this discussion. And why is that? We're the ones that's feeling all the pain. We're the one that's going through all the stuff that we're going through. And why? Because of the color of our skin? Because of a misrepresentation of justice? It's not about disrespecting the flag. And they told you this over and over and over again. They're kneeling with their hands over their heart. They're kneeling with their brothers, black and white, with their hands on their shoulders as they're saluting the flag and showing respect for our country. But how can we show respect for our country when a country doesn't show respect for us? And I think that's the problem. And I think as long as Colin Kaepernick was able to stand up by kneeling, I think that's what America's about, and I think that's what we should honor, and I think that's what we should follow. And you heard it from his own mouth. It has nothing to do with being disrespectful to the flag. It has nothing to do with being disrespectful from America. So why do they keep spinning it?
Hello, my name is Mark Jackson, and I'm here with Family and Community Media, and I'm here to talk about the Colin Kaepernick situation. What I feel what he is doing is standing up for his right, for justice. Many people do not know the reason why he's doing that. People are saying that he's disrespecting the flag, disrespecting soldiers, and when in fact that is not the answer at all. What is he standing up for? He's standing up for what the flag is supposed to represent, and that is for freedom and justice, for equality. And unfortunately, that's not what's happening with African Americans today in the society. You know, he can never tell you what it is to be white. And he can never feel, and you can never feel what it is to be black. Having to drive in your car, being all cautious, going up and down the street, driving your car when you're getting pulled over. Not knowing if you're gonna go home to your parents, to your loved ones, because of the color of your skin. So what he is kneeling for is for justice and equality. And until we get that, I believe that all of the players or anybody that's in power, African Americans, should be doing that to let the people know that we're not going to stand for this anymore until we get our justice and equality. You know, we need to have this conversation, because without this conversation, all this is still going to continue. And it's sad to say at this particular time, you know, I would not want to bring up any kids in this time, because it seems like times are just getting worse. People are starting to hate each other because of the color of their skin. People are hating each other because of what they feel or what they believe. And when this country is supposed to be about justice and freedom of speech, is that freedom of speech for some people? Is that what making America great is to people? Is that what our president means about making America great again? Silencing people? This conversation needs to be met and talked about in order for this to not continue anymore.